So it's been about 11 months since we spoke last. Before James had VNS surgery, he was on about 4 different kinds of medications. At that point, he was still having seizures every day. So James got the surgery in June, and it wasn't until November that we really got a handle on his seizures. After we got the surgery, they said that they wanted to wait 2 weeks, give his body some time to actually adjust to after having surgery. After James had his machine turned on at the first visit 2 weeks after, we went in a week later and they did a scheduled programming, and it was set to increase 1 full dose every 2 weeks for the next 4 weeks. And then when we went back in after a month, they were able to go back and look at the information on the screen. They were able to adjust the timing, how often it could be set off. I believe at that time they also increased 1 full dose again, just to kind of find the sweet spot for James. So the scheduled programming was really convenient for us as a family. It saved James not having to miss school. It saved me not missing work. And then we were able to communicate with the school nurse in order to let her know, hey, his device is gonna increase today. You know, just let the teachers know and let us know if there's anything going on. And it was in November that we finally saw the first real results of the VNS, where the frequency is down and his life has become night and day with the frequency and how he's just changed as a person.
I've been able to play sports, get good sleep, play video games. I've been able to do the stuff that I wanted to do now that I couldn't back then because of my seizures. So now that my seizures are reduced, I'm able to build up my strength, my stamina, my durability, my speed. I'm able to think better. I can remember more things.
The biggest side effect we noticed was the device sits by James's vocal cords and it would vibrate them, making him sound robotic, but James thought that was really cool. I would say at this point, it's pretty much diminished. I haven't heard it. I think his body has pretty much adapted to it at this point. I knew the VNS therapy had worked when James had regained his desire and his love to play basketball. That was always one of his biggest things. He's always been the sports kid, and the seizures had worn him out. I mean, he looked beat down constantly. He never had enough sleep. He always just wanted to sleep. And it wasn't a typical teenager. It was a truly exhausted just individual. And we could see it working because he had more energy. He was able to get up in the mornings. He wanted to go play basketball. He wanted to do all these things that he couldn't do, or he just didn't have the energy to do. And I would say that was probably for us one of the biggest moments that we knew that it finally, like, it really had impacted his life for the better. He's back to, you know, going and spending time with his friends, maintaining friendships. He can go to the movies. He couldn't go to the movies a year ago because he couldn't watch it without having a seizure. His quality of sleep is better, and sleep is so important. I mean, he's 15 years old. Everything in his life has improved for the better because we now have control of those seizures. We gained independence and confidence and just comfort knowing that James was in a better place than where he started at. Be willing to put yourself out there and try it if you think it's right for you and your family.